Hi, I'm Gary the Water Guy, and I own the water filter eStore and the water store in Midland, Ontario. Today we're continuing on in our series on how to install an Aquamaster high efficiency water softener. By now you should have watched the video on where to install and part 2 on the plumbing of the Aquamaster high efficiency water softener. Now let's talk about putting it into service. Make sure the water softener is in bypass by turning this knob all the way, and then turn your water supply on. You're going to run some water at either a bathtub or a laundry sink. You want to run it somewhere that doesn't have an aerator that could get clogged, and you're going to flush out any debris that might have been introduced while you were in the plumbing phase. So at this point, check for leaks. Turn the water faucet off and make sure that there's no leaks from the pipes. If there are any leaks, make sure you shut off the water supply, depressurize by opening up a faucet, and then repair any leaks that are there, and then turn the water supply back on. Once you've turned it back on, then what you're going to want to do is slowly start opening up the bypass valve. And open it up about a quarter of a turn or so until you start to hear water running through. And then what you can do is you can open up a faucet. And what you're going to do is you're going to purge all the air out of the water softener as the water flows through the water softener. Once the air is gone, close the faucet and again, check for leaks. So now what you can do is you can connect the power supply. So the power supply plugs in on the back here, like so, and you can either write it through a port at the side here or at the back. When you put the lid on, it's going to hold all that in place. Now again, we want to make very sure that you're not plugging this into a switch power supply that for some reason when a light goes off, the power also goes off. Very important. So you're going to want to program the controller. Now I have another video that talks about setting up the Aquamaster controller, so you want to check that probably now to make sure you program it for your water. Then you want to make sure you remove any packaging that's in the brine tank, and then you're going to add 2 gallons of water. Move the bypass valve all the way to the service position, and then you're going to initiate a regeneration by pushing and holding down the regen button. And once you feel a vibration from the motor and it started up, then it's automatically going to advance it to the first cycle, which is the backwash cycle. So it says going to 1. So now you just have to wait till it finishes to actually go to the first cycle, which is the backwash cycle. Once it reads backwash 1, then you can push the regen button again. It'll say going to 2. And it's going to go into the brine cycle. And that's what we want. When it gets to the brine cycle, it's going to draw out all the water that we put into the brine tank. Once all the water's been drawn out of the brine tank, then we can press regen again. And it's going to say going to 3. So next it's going to go to the second backwash cycle. Once it reads backwash 2, you can press regen again, because now it'll say going to 4. And that's the refill cycle. So once it starts to refill, just let it refill until it stops by itself, because it will be putting in the correct amount of water that it's going to need to absorb the salt for its first regen that it does on its own. Then what you do is you add the salt and you're done. And that's it. If you like what you saw today, please click the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified about all the new videos that become available on this channel. And you can check out all the other water treatment videos on there. There's over 100. GaryTheWaterGuy.com. Or if you need some more information about these products, you can go to our website, either thewaterfiltereStore.com or thewaterstoremidland.com. And again, I'm Gary the Water Guy from the Water Store in Midland, Ontario. Thanks for watching.